You said you were at 10 on this?
Will you do 6,500?
Yeah, okay, good to meet you. Staff auto?
2K.
2K.
There's no comps.
Yeah. Value cards like these.
You just try to use comparable other
Yeah.
brands and other number to the same. There's no real way of doing it. And then a big thing that I use is what I'm into the cards.
Yeah.
They're so liquid, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're chasing all the right dudes.
I think for especially Kobe autos, Jordan autos, I've been getting into quite a lot of those recently, and I've just been flipping them like this because they're so easy to move. You just find the collector who will pay the right money, right?
You don't have to wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about finding the guy who will pay the right money for like cards like these.
People think that the price difference makes it harder to sell. It actually makes a difference, right? Because when you get into that level of a card for price, the buyers don't care about money.
Yeah, for
them,
sure.
it's all about prestige and showing it to their friends, right?
Yeah.
You look at
those are the buyers you're trying to find.
Do you think they care what the card costs?
Yeah, yeah.
They don't care. They're in different tax
Collectors are the people to sell to be honest, on these. I think it'll be a 50, 60K card one day, honestly.
Yeah, in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, when it went up to 40,
that was
stupid.
Crazy. That was stupid. So MJ Fleers, I'm honestly interested in a lot of these autos if I can get them. If some of them have like recent comps, I'd feel more comfortable getting in, to be honest.
Most of them don't.
Yeah, I feel it.
12.
Okay.
That one's closer to 10.
Okay.
The Jordans too. That's like 15. That's like 13.
Right now?
About 78 to 8.
Okay. What do you say? Probably honestly want that LeBron auto. If I can. If we can work something out there. You said you were at 10 on this?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
If it wasn't a hand-numbered auto, it'd probably be double that, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of different factors go into it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how to value it as a thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to know if I'm overpaying, underpaying, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giannis, I probably want to hold.
Fair enough.
Kawhi, I'm a bit on the fence. Duncan is really down right now. These are pretty much all cards, to be honest, that I'm in the red on.
Right.
But I could probably throw in an AD, maybe a Duncan, maybe one Kawhi, then some of that. You had no interest in the Mitchell auto, right?
On the what?
Mitchell silver auto?
Not at 5.
Okay. I mean, I could value. Okay. I could value that a little bit more shallow if that helps, but
I'm just scared. I got rid of one right in the middle of the playoffs last year when he was in that craziness.
Yeah.
And I wanted to pick up another one, but he just went too high. And
yeah.
His market scares me. He's talented.
Yeah.
Of all the basketball players, if you ever watch Mitchell and Tatum, their prices fluctuate more than any current players.
So this Mitchell seems to be around, I think it's still like half the price of Tatum's green. And their base prisms are pretty much the same price. I don't really understand that, but... Oh wait, last actually did 2 on the green. So they are on the rise a little bit. I mean, the Jazz are the #1 seed, but
he's legit, man. There's no... I'm definitely not talking him down.
Yep.
Let's do these. Over there. I hate having cards out.
Yeah.
We're around 6.
Could you do the Kobe at 4 trade?
Not 4 trade. I'd be at 5 trade on that.
So this is, say, 2. Got around 4.
Yeah, I had 61 to there.
61, 72, 92, and then 10.
I don't think that's going to be a $2,000 card.
Okay.
That's why I need to get probably like.
So I think we're a little bit off, to be honest, on this. I mean,
yeah. No,
it would be. I was essentially thinking in my head I'd value it at 10 if I was getting rid of a little bit harder to move cards, a little bit.
See, I would be at about 12 or 13 if I was taking in those type of cards.
You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
You're not going to find many guys that are willing to come off a LeBron auto for more common stuff.
Yeah. I know. It's just.
So if we're too far, I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes you just can't make deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me,
I would take this in 1,000 cash or this in another 15 in trade,
Okay.
and I'm done.
I think we may be closer if we went for a Kobe, honestly. So I have a little bit, at least better of a way to price it, I feel. So it's just so much uncertainty, to be honest, on my side going into this with a lot of liquid, easy stuff to move. This, and it was like the hot thing, and then all of a sudden it was just too much of it for the demand to keep up. But I think now it's a little bit different because firstly, Panini did not sell out like Topps did or like Upper Deck did.
What do you mean sell out?
Meaning just print a bunch more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean they're keeping it fairly, they're more aware of it, I guess you could say. And overall, just the demand in this wave is a lot bigger as a whole. Social media can blow it up worldwide. So much growth outside the US to be had.
Because then I think about like Luka 10 pops, right?
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, and those are already going.
But what was that, let's just say, in a year ago at the beginning of the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean the pop was under 10.
So there was still a ton of Lukas out there. Then.
Yeah, and they still had room. I mean, I don't know if that will work out long term. It likely won't, but in the medium, as people get in, as it's just at the end of the day, if you look at other industries such as sneakers or whatever it is, they're coming out with tens of thousands every drop, and they're still able to keep up because it's become the new hot fashion and everyone wants in on it. So that's the thing. I mean,
I don't feel like sneakers have ever had an off market.
They did.
They did? Okay.
So they had a big run up. They had a dip. I think that was probably like early 2010s.
Okay.
Probably like 2012, 2013, had a big run up, stayed steady, and now they're going up steadily.
Okay.
So I think that could be similar to what we see in cards, right? We're having this huge run up, now we're seeing a dip, and we could see more of a steady increase long term, because of course stuff can't keep up at the pace it's keeping up, because eventually it's gonna
correct.
it's gotta correct, but at the same time, I think long term, steadily, demand stays, which, I mean, look at these shows out here. It's hard to say the market is in a bad place, even though prices in vintage basketball and modern basketball are showing it. But
Okay. So I have a follow-up question on that.
yeah.
Let's suppose you had a LeBron Topps Chrome 10.
Yeah.
Rookie. And you had it in December. Whatever you got in, you're like, oh, it's early February and it's popping.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sell it for close to the max.
It was at 45, 50,
Let's just say
45.
Let's say you
okay.
sell at 40.
Yeah.
Knowing what you just said, that's going to correct.
Yeah.
How come people, or you, don't just sell then and buy after it corrects?
Yeah. Well, that's the goal, right? You see, essentially, once you understand the cycles of how the market is moving, you can just sell up here, buy down here, which is what I'm pretty much doing. I mean, I sold the LeBron Refractor 9 when it was 75, 80K. Now it's like 35. I think it's a good time to buy now. But up there, I haven't bought it, but I got into the Chrome 10s instead. So right now, 10s are just so easy to move.
Were you looking for one?
I mean, possibly for the right price.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, for the right price, I'd probably go for
That's
one.
effectively shorting.
Yeah, but yeah, it essentially is.
Okay.
But if you understand the cycles like that, it seems very evident that money that's being poured into 2020 Prism right now, money that's being poured into football, money that's being poured into baseball, when basketball's hot again, right now is a weird time for basketball. It's like not really the playoff time, so many injuries. it's just a tough time for investors to invest, to be honest. And I think money is eventually going to funnel back into basketball, and when it does, I mean,
I'm ready.
I feel like yes.
I am ready now.
I know, I am too. Yeah. It's lower risk when you're buying in at lower prices, of course. I mean, when stuff's on the rise, you have much higher risk than when stuff's bottoming out, you know?
There's not much more room for it to grow.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up here, there's not as much upside. When you're down here, there's so much upside and not much downside. That's how I look at it.
Where'd you learn that? Economics class? I guess that's basic stock market.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just supply demand at the end of the day.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
Like that.
It's got decent greening compared to
most stuff.
Most of
that's
them.
what you're gonna look at.
Can't really find them without greening, to be honest.
Will you do 6,500?
Could do 65 cash on that probably.
I think it's smart.
Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, let me just put this
Do you
in.
even go higher with like the refractors?
I had one,
Of
9. Yeah, we sold that at its peak. Yep.
what about 86 clear Jordans? Yep.
I was trying to get one today. Couldn't find one. Yeah,
Is it just the guys in the green hats that had them?
I think so.
But
Yep.
The best they had was like the BCCG8s.
I saw 3 BGS 8s and a PSA 8.5 or PSA 7.5. Then I saw PSA 8, but they're all wanting over market because it's down so much. So I think it's better to buy from like.
Going for right now, like 17 to 20
Oh no, on the Jordan?
for PSA
Sub
8,
10.
12 to 10. Or
Sub 10.
sub
Like
10 for an 8.
around 9.9.
Good because
But the pop on the 8's so high.
so high. Well, what do you think is a good?
The
place
9
for
is
a-
perfect, I think, right now.
What
Yeah.
do you think? That's awesome.
Appreciate it. Yep. Get close up.
That's
Like kind of area. Of course, if this is like your investment. Yeah. Okay. Well, I get it.
collect, invest.
Yeah. Well, if you're trying to just like flip, invest, or whatever, it's really just like have a mindset of where you want to get out, and when it hits that, it's a good time to sell. Move that money into something else that is about to be the next thing, right?